Okay, so I have done some scavenging for information online about what happened at the Comic-Con experience in Mexico, where some of the cast members of House of the Dragon were. Ewan was acting up and showing out. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, before we get into it, y'all already know that I will be reviewing every single episode of the upcoming season, just like I reviewed all of the episodes of season 1. So make sure you check out the playlist that is in my description. That'll take you directly to all my reviews, my reactions to House of the Dragon, right? So get excited. It's coming up. Stay tuned to the channel. We always have some good laughs around here. Y'all already know what's up. So yeah, my channel is going to be crazy this summer because I will be reviewing, of course, House of the Dragon. I'll be reviewing The Boys, also Interview with the Vampire. So you definitely want to stay tuned, subscribe, check it out. We always have so much fun. Now, let's talk about the Comic-Con experience in Mexico. This is coming from winteriscoming.net. Thank y'all over there. I'm going to skip around. Of course, the link to this article will be in my description. Over the weekend, the cast of House of the Dragon appeared at the CCXP convention in Mexico to promote the second season of HBO's House of the Dragon. Of course, this starts airing in June. I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. A lot of fans, I'm skipping around. A lot of fans can't wait to see more of Aemond Targaryen, played by Ewan Mitchell. He's a bit of a sad boy psychopath, which helped him become a fan favorite, just like Daemon. Just like Daemon, girl. Ewan Mitchell was leaning into this rock star persona at CCXP wearing a mesh shirt and a long leather jacket that said, "You will remember me," and listen to me, Ewan, we certainly will. Look at this video. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like, y'all. Ewan, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to seduce us, y'all. We have to resist. We're Team Black. We're Team Black. We have to resist Ewan's seductive, you know what I mean, actions. We have to do it. We have to stay on guard. We cannot be distracted, but he do look good, girl. He looked good, girl. I really liked what he had on, honey. And especially because a lot of times y'all straight men be really boring when y'all dress. No shade. Because the Met happened, right? The Met just happened, and it literally was a demonstration of how y'all be so boring on the red carpets. But I really love what he had on. Anyway, he was dropping lots of spicy sound bites too. He said, "In a show full of morally compromised gray characters, I wanted to present a character who at this time in his life was just completely black instead of just gray, just black. His appearance lends to that, so I thought I'd lean into it. I think Aemond and Aegon this season, you're either with us or you're against us. And if you get in our way, it's game over, baby. And the only reason I will allow this is because Ewan is saying it. It's just because I love the actors. But if we're getting down to it, Mr. Aegon with your milk of the poppy, and Mr. Aemond, you know what I mean? We're not gonna be talking about nothing until we meet up at the guy's eye. Like that's it. We don't have to talk. We don't have to be running our mouths like this. Just meet up above the guy's eye. And then we could, and then all that other shit, you know what I mean? We can talk about it later. But you know, it was fun. It was fun. They were over here, obviously, because Tom and Ewan were sitting right next to each other. They were over here, obviously, hyping up Team Green, which is to be expected, right? Now, the article says this about the Greens. By and large, the characters on the Green side of things are a little more unstable. I love the words that they chose. Unstable. No, they're more annoying. Let's use that word. A little more conniving and a bit less upstanding and virtuous. Exactly, y'all. Just get with the winning team, y'all. Why I gotta keep telling y'all? Get with the winning team. I wouldn't call them the villains exactly, but they're less outwardly likable. That's what the article says. Well, you don't have to call them the villains, but I definitely will. As for me and my house, if you do not consider the Greens to be villains, then I'm just going to send your ass to the Night's Watch. You're going to the wall, babes. If you don't bend the knee, you lucky I didn't take that head off, but you're going to the wall. All right. Of the Greens, the article says, but that also means they can be more fun because we love watching dangerous people be messy and wrong. Yes, well, yes, that's the whole reason why we're watching Game of Thrones. Like, girl, of course. So Ewan Mitchell seems to be having a blast with this role. He definitely does. At one point, he whipped out a homemade piñata bearing the face of Daemon Targaryen. Aemond's main rival on the black side. Keep in mind that Ewan is in Mexico at this time. You brought out a piñata of Daemon's face. I'm sorry, that shit is hilarious. And I'm saying this as Team Black, like that shit is fucking hilarious. Oh my God. He said, I made it myself. I can't wait to destroy it. In this video, he said, Daemon said he's coming for my head, essentially. Obviously referring to the promo that I think Matt Smith and them just did. They doing promos and shit. They posted on HBO's YouTube channel. So apparently he said he's coming for my head. Ewan said, well, I got his instead. Okay. When he was asked, what are you planning to do with it? Tom, obviously, who plays Aegon, Tom was sitting next to Ewan and said, we'll have to wait and see. Well, we'll have to wait till we get to the hotels. What he said, we have to wait till we get to the hotel tonight. But then Ewan says, I can't wait to destroy it. So I'm just like, I would love to see the behind the scenes. I don't know. Y'all need to just make sure that Matt Smith is, I don't know. Go find Matt Smith before y'all beat up this piñata, because I need for HBO to record it, put it behind the scenes in some fucking promo or some shit. Like, I need to see the cast reaction to y'all doing this. I need some more piñatas. I don't know. So the article continues, right? And it said, there's an advantage to playing the flamboyant baddies. Ewan and Tom embraced it as they danced. Look at this video. As they danced on stage to the House of the Dragon theme song. I was like, what are they dancing to? It reminds me of that one scene that they had, like, when they were in front of the Sept or something. When they both were in front of the Sept fighting because they were trying to drag Aegon's ass to the throne and shit. He didn't want that shit. So it was just funny. It was funny. So the article goes on. On a slightly more serious note, one interviewer asked Mitchell who he would play if he could pick a character other than Aemond, and he chose Sir Criston Cole. Boo! But his reasoning was fun. Like, his reasoning, Ewan's reasoning for this was fun, even though I'm just like, damn, out of all the people, girl. So the article said that he also compared Sir Criston Cole to Vhagar. In a similar kind of vein to Vhagar, Sir Criston Cole is a character who, during peacetime, is deemed irrelevant. And it's those characters that you ultimately call upon when the war does finally kick off and the realm is plunged into chaos. It's those guys' door that you knock on. And that's true, but you're essentially saying, which is fine, you know, House of the Dragon is, Game of Thrones is filled with monsters, but you're essentially you're saying that Sir Criston Cole is a monster, which we all know he is. But, you know, like I said, a lot of the Targaryens or a lot of people in the Song of Ice and Fire lore are monsters as well. So it's, you know, no shade, but I'm just like, girl, you just called his ass a big ass motherfucking fire breathing ass fucking lizard, girl. And I would have to say that Team Black agrees. We do think that he gives a bit of reptile. You know, we do think that Sir Criston Cole gives a bit of, you know what I mean? Komodo dragon, bitch, because he ain't the actual dragon, Mummer's dragon, girl. He ain't the actual dragon, it's giving Komodo dragon. No Valyrian blood in that bitch. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying to you, girl? Okay, so moving on to Steve, obviously, who plays Corlys, Steve and Eve. I love that their names rhyme. I'm so corny. I'm so corny. Okay, so Steve said, when you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're green. And I have no choice but to stand, but to be overjoyed that Steve knows exactly who we should all be bending the knee to. Like, come on now. Of his character Corlys, Steve said that Corlys is following Rhaenyra because it's the right thing to do. He said that there's not much in it for House Velaryon now, essentially. So he said, like, the main reason why Velaryon is following Rhaenyra is because, you know, it's the right thing to do. And I mean, I think there's, honestly, like, I like that answer, but I think there's always something in it for any house that's loyal to the winner of a war, right? In many cases, the houses make an estimation on who will win and fight based on that, but some will fight for whoever they think is the rightful heir, even if it's not likely that they will win. But in the end, I think that, you know, if the person you rooted for wins the throne, your power, influence, and wealth will always just expand, period. Especially if the ruler at the time is giving out lands and titles and all type of shit to people who remain loyal. So I liked his answer, but like, I think in Game of Thrones as a whole, there's always something that a house is going to get out of supporting, you know, somebody if the person they supporting don't lose, child. You see what I'm saying? So he also said that season 2 starts 10 days after season 1 ends. Okay, 10 days after season 1 ends. He says that Corlys is still grieving his son. I didn't even realize, I saw it happen, but I did not put together just how many people Corlys lost until Steve said this shit on stage. You know what I mean? Because he said Corlys is still grieving his son, which is true. His brother, which is true, thanks to Daemon. His daughter, you know, thanks to Vhagar and Daemon. Oops. Let me stop. But you know what I mean? His daughter and his heir, his grandson or whatever. Luke, the strong boy. You know what I mean? The strong boy. No shade to Rhaenyra, because girl, Laenor was gay and Harwin Strong was hot. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Steve says that, of course, he's still grieving. Corlys is trying to deal with all of that and also hold on to the thing that he holds most dear, which is his relationship with his wife. And he said that Corlys is in a very weakened emotional state at this point. It's going to be fun to watch Corlys's and Rhaenys' dynamic yet again in season 2, because I think that they had one of the most beautiful relationships there. Even though Corlys pissed me off and left Rhaenys there, like, oh my God, you could tell that they do still, even though Corlys is so annoying sometimes, you could tell that they do really genuinely care about each other and what, you know, their feelings and their emotions and shit like that. Even if, like I said, even if Corlys Aston got his ass up while the shit was going on and Rhaenys sitting there like, yo, why did you just leave, bro? So it's gonna be cool to see that. Eve then gets up there, hey girl, she's like, I love her so much, oh my God. Okay, so Eve then says that Rhaenys is trying, at this point, Rhaenys is trying to keep everything together, right? In the beginning of season 2. She's trying to keep everything together in light of the horrible loss of Viserys and everything that's been going on for the last 10 days. So she said she's pulling up all of her strength to not lose her shit. I think she's really tired and she's out on her dragon a lot. And that's definitely one way to put it. I'm about to start crying. Oh my God. That's one way to put it. You are on your dragon a lot. But I mean, before the end of season 1, Rhaenys already said she was going to go patrol some ship. She said she was going to patrol the Gullet. The Gullet is a location that controls the sea passage between Dragonstone and King's Landing. So she was going to just patrol that there. But also like she's going to be fighting in battle, right? Like she's going to be on her dragon a lot. So yeah, that's a lot of the information that I was just seeing people who were actually at the event, because obviously I was not, but people who were at the event post online. I'm sure they couldn't bring a whole lot of shit in there, so I was just, like I said, scavenging. But this is the information that we got, y'all. I don't know. I think I need one more good drop one more trailer on our ass, like just one more. You know, I need to see some Dracarys. Somebody say Dracarys, please. I don't know. Can we get somebody? Can we talk to the studio so they can cut another trailer for us before the shit dropping? Y'all, I'm so excited. Remember what I said? Stay tuned for all my recaps and reviews that will be coming out when season 2 drops. Also, make sure you check out my season 1 recaps and reviews in my description box. Thank you so much for watching. Love y'all so much. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Make sure that you're going to www.zeraxia.com. When you join the wait list there on the site, you will be the first to be notified when I drop my sequel. Also, you'll immediately get chapter 1 of my upcoming sequel of the upcoming book sent to your email as a PDF. So check that out. Also, this is a different excerpt from my upcoming book, so you definitely want to pause to read if you're trying to get your life. Keep in mind that this upcoming book, the sequel, is following up the first book that is already released called Zeraxia Wrath of the God King. I released it a few years ago. It was my introduction to writing fantasy and stuff, so just go easy on me. But either way, as you can see here, It's giving 4.9 stars. It's giving 4.9 stars. So yeah, check out Xeraxia Wrath of the God King while you wait for Xeraxia The Vengeance of Cold Wind, right? And go to Xeraxia.com, sign up, join the waitlist, get your free chapter. Thank you so much.